Hello world, welcome back to the Razor RC. Super excited to bring you a brand new type of vehicle to the channel. This is the Tekno EB48 2.0. We're going to be doing a little unboxing. This is exciting for me because I've never had an 8th scale buggy. Yeah, believe it or not, I've had a lot of 10th scale, 8th scale truggies, 8th scale monster trucks, large scale stuff, but I've never had an 8th scale buggy. And with the release of the, what is it called, the TLR tuned Typhon that Arrma just came out with a couple weeks ago, it got me thinking, I like doing bashing, I like doing racing. What's kind of the best vehicle that can do both? And personally, I think the Tekno EB48 2.0 is probably the best choice. It's a little pricier than the Arrma, at about $600 as compared to the Arrma, which I think is like $420 or something like that. So a little pricier, but I think this is probably going to be the best combo basher slash race truck. Something you could use for either type of driving. It is obviously a full-fledged, serious competition race buggy. Jared Tebow and company are racing these things and winning races. But on the other hand, Tekno is well known for being super durable vehicles for bashing, and a lot of people actually buy Teknos for bashing as well. So did want to give a huge shout out to EuroRC. Check them out, eurorc.com. They're out there in Finland. Crazy fast shipping. Out here to the US, it's usually about 2 days. Right now with the the pandemic and stuff, it's a little bit longer, but really fast shipping. We do have a 5% off coupon code, which will apply to this, obviously the Tekno EB48 2.0, or pretty much every other brand. They carry everything. They carry on-road vehicles, off-road vehicle crawlers, Arrmas, Traxxas, Team Associated, X-Ray, Kyosho, Tamiya, like pretty much every brand of every class of vehicle. Definitely check them out. Huge thanks to them. They're a really great company actually, and if you like content like this, definitely supporting them is the best way to make sure that continues to happen. And yeah, anyways, we're gonna do a little unboxing. I have not opened this at all. You see, it's still factory sealed, made in Taiwan. EuroRC also has a new line of Lipos. These are the Halco Sport Series 5500 milliamp hour 4S60C. The really interesting thing, we'll kind of take this out. I like running EC5s, but yeah, they got little instructions here. Tell you, sort of the safety things and stuff, but you can see something there, right? I don't think they explicitly say who makes these batteries for them, but that company right there is one of the largest, most respected battery manufacturers in the world. I actually run those as well. And so I was kind of doing a little research, and this guy, the 5500 milliamp hour 60C 4S hard case, other companies like Gens Ace do not make anything actually this spec. They make 5500 milliamp hour 50C battery hard cases. They also make 5500 60C soft cases, but this spec seems like it's specially made for Halco, a little bit nicer than your standard. Oh, they do actually say Gens Pow here, so yeah, that Gens Pow is Gens Ace. So yeah, these are made specially for EuroRC under their Halco brand. High quality batteries. We're going to be running this in the Tekno. If you want like good batteries that are not that expensive, definitely check them out. They also make a cool little lipo checker. You definitely want to check the cells after each run. Make sure the cells are nice and balanced. You can check the voltage as well, of course, with a little adapter, which is pretty neat because it's got a 4 and 5 millimeter sort of tapered plug, so it'll fit either type of battery. If you have like inboard connectors on your battery and you want to figure out what the voltage is. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. Obviously, 1/8 scale 4-wheel drive competition electric buggy, 4 millimeter aluminum chassis. It is changed. They did update a bunch of stuff, the differentials, the long arm, suspension, lightweight wing, all proven. Tekno durability, 16 millimeter shocks. Some changes to the rear hubs that now have adjustable toe, so we'll have to check those out. Looking at the back of the box, tools you'll need: nut drivers, hex drivers, shock tools, always a really good idea. Pliers, honestly I never use pliers when I build RC stuff, so I don't know if I'll need that. You will need a 17 millimeter wheel wrench to put the hexes on. Body reamer, made in Taiwan. Anything else of note here? There's a part number TKR 9000. So the EB48 2.0 is newer than the EB48.2 or .3 or .4. They decided not to go with the .5 and completely redesign this kit, so they call it the 2.0, but don't get confused. This is newer than all the .3s, .4s, all that stuff. So let's kind of do a little trimming here on the factory seals. Made in Taiwan, so yeah, stuff in Taiwan generally is higher quality than your basher stuff, which is generally made in China, in my opinion. Race kits are pretty much all made in Taiwan, because I think it's a little pricier, but quality is higher. Here's the plastic wing. Yeah, it is quite lightweight, probably the lightest wing I've ever seen. 17mm hexes, they're nice and sort of serrated there. Looks like a couple of body clips, some wing stays. Oh man, there's some big bags. Okay, the main body, kind of that traditional jet fighter looking body. I don't know if they've made any changes to that, but you know, medium thickness, probably standard for an 8th scale buggy, but looks really nice. I actually like the styling of these things. Some people do not. Some people do. I think it's cool. Pull out the chassis. So the chassis is wider. It is 4mm thick. I did notice the nitro version of this buggy is a 3mm chassis, so it is a little bit thicker, I guess, on the electric. I'm not really sure why. Maybe because you have more weight to play with. But yeah, redesigned chassis. Tekno has always been known for having super narrow chassis. I think they did that in the past. They pretty much made them as narrow as possible. I think to allow it to change directions a little bit better. I'm not really sure, but that is kind of the trademark Tekno thing. Super narrow chassis. This one is a little bit wider, although I think the plastic guards in particular make it quite a bit wider. So they got these giant bags of bags. Let's pop that thing open, see what's inside. Okay, one of the biggest changes are the differentials. They're much larger, I think 32 or 35% larger by volume. Another cool thing is they actually have the outdrives right on bearings now. I've never seen that before. So the outdrives actually that spin inside the differentials, right on bearings, kind of plug into the ends there. So that's pretty cool. Beefy little center shafts there. Steel gears, of course. I think they use slightly finer tooth gears inside. So high quality steel. The diff cups are plastic. You know, that's pretty standard. Looks like the rear hubs, they do have, looks like inserts for the rear hubs for adjustable toe, I believe. So that is new. Toe is actually adjusted on the hubs. I assume some heights as well. I'm not totally sure. I'm not sure. Pretty beefy. Looks like flanged bearings there as well. The outdrives here. Bag F. Looks like some plastic caps. Not sure what those are. Maybe for the CVAs here. Pretty beefy CVAs. Very beefy rod ends. Looks like turnbuckles as well. So that is bag F. Shock tower, I'm guessing this is the rear shock tower. Tons of little camber link locations, probably 10 or 12 different locations. Tons of shock tower locations as well for your shock mounts. Beefy wing. Here's the rear bulkhead, I assume. As well as some additional hardware there. Not really sure what all that is. Looks like shock standoffs, some shims, some bearings, and some screws. Bag D. Bag E are the arms, so I'm guessing these are the rear arms. Looks like hinge pin inserts for where you mount them onto the hinge pins. I don't know what those are, 4 or 5 millimeter, 4.5 millimeter maybe hinge pins, pretty thick, 4 millimeter I would guess. Yeah, so rear arms. Bag E. These, I believe, are the front arms. Bag G. So these arms are really interesting because you'll see that they actually rotate. There's a twist in the arms, actually 15 degrees of basically, I don't know, I guess caster. So there's going to be kick up off of the chassis, and then these arms look like they twist them back down 15 degrees. Not totally sure. I assume you have caster in the steering hubs as well. Steering knuckles, front bumper, hinge pins. Sway bars also right on bearings. That is new. So everything in this kit is made to be super smooth. Really a high performance vehicle. Characteristics and updates that I think a lot of other brands don't have. Here's additional differentials. So the Tekno tends to build kind of from the inside out. So you generally build all the differential first, mount on the bulkheads, you know, kind of build the arms. You kind of have the two front ends, and then generally you finally mount it to the chassis. So a lot of kits start with the chassis first, but I think this goes inside out. It looks like 18 degrees of caster on these basically caster blocks. Yeah, left and right, aluminum pieces, traditional Tekno purplish gray, CVAs. Looks like aluminum hexes. Looks pretty nice overall. These spindles as well. Spindles are plastic, pretty large bearings though. So everything on this thing is fairly oversized to add additional durability. Aluminum front shock tower. Looks like 5 millimeters, I would guess. Pretty thick front shock tower. The bulkheads, bearings. Looks like some shims, I guess, for the diffs, I would imagine. Shim your diffs inside of those bulkheads. Bag of fluids. Looks like we got 500 and 550 CST shock oil. I imagine 550 front, 500 rear. 7K probably for, I'm guessing front and rear diffs, not sure. 10K probably for the center, maybe the front as well. Thread lock. Tekno thread lock is some of the best out there, honestly. I love this stuff, so happy to see that they include that. There are no wheels in the box, no tires, of course, so you will have to provide all that yourself. But the cool thing is 8th scale as opposed to, say, 10th scale. All the wheels are the same. That's one annoying thing about 10th scale, like associated wheels are different than TLR versus, you know, Tekno or whatever. Everybody has like their own type of wheel. Here we go, bag O. Looks like, I'm guessing option parts, some servo horns. Oh, that's one thing I may need to get, aluminum servo horn. So here are shock caps, bag M, springs, shock spacers, O-rings, shock shafts. Pretty nice looking 16 millimeter shocks. This looks like kind of chassis parts, probably chassis braces. I'm not sure what this thing is. Don't know what that is. Center drive shaft. Looks like it's aluminum. Steel? I think it's aluminum with steel dog pins. Only one. Not sure where the other one is. Probably maybe sway bar holders, motor mount there. They did redesign the motor mount a little bit, not sure what they did, but it is a different piece. So bag L are the, looks like front shocks, I would guess. Not sure if that's front or rear shocks. Looks like red springs, all the inserts, spacers, and O-rings. They do use regular red O-rings, not X-rings, it looks like. I don't know if that's a 8th scale thing. It looks like some shock boots as well. Keep your shocks nice and clean. Battery straps, battery tray, antenna tube, receiver box it looks like. So they did split up the receiver. I think they separated out the receiver box from, I don't know if there was an ESC tray attached to it before, but looks like Arrma plate. All aluminum there, nice. Servo bell cranks. No servo, oh there's a servo saver. I think there is a servo saver integrated into the bell cranks. Yeah, it looks like adjustable as well. Aluminum. I don't know what you call these. I don't know what you call it. I can't think that well. But basically, the thing that the bell cranks mount onto. This looks like a top plate. Very similar design to previous Teknos I've had. Body mounts there. Hopefully, yeah, I guess you would need body mounts on 8th scale. I don't think people use Velcro to attach their body. And the last bag Q. I'm not going to tell you what's in here. It's top secret. Q would not want you to know. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Looks like shock rod. Some more rod ends. What? Not sure why that's in a separate bag. Maybe they forgot to add it earlier. And then here's the manual. Tekno manuals are some of the best out there. Tons of stickers, huge stickers for your gigantic body. Let everyone know you are running Tekno. So yeah, that's it for the unboxing of the Tekno EB48 2.0. I think this has been out for a while, maybe about a year or so. You know, one of the nicest kits out there. I think RC Kiwis was asking me which 8-scale buggy should I get, and I told him to get this one, and honestly I didn't have one at the time, but that would be my guess on what I think the best you know, sort of 8-scale buggy. You know, I'm not a big fan of the pillow ball suspension or pivot ball suspension. This has your traditional sort of caster links or camber links. I prefer that a little bit better. I think it's a little bit easier to tune. There are some advantages. And that's one big advantage of this. And then also, really, if you like bashing, this is one of the toughest buggies out there. Tekno, you know, a lot of people refer to as Tankno because they are so tough. So this should be a really nice kit to try some 8-scale stuff. There is an 8-scale track nearby. Well, it's like an hour away, so would require some driving, but I do plan to take this to the track, also do some bashing with it, see how they perform, and also trying out these Halico 5500 milliamp hour 60C batteries should be awesome. Again, special shout out to yourrc.com. Check them out. They got great pricing on everything. Make sure you enter your shipping address because you know, with currency changes and stuff, your price might be a little bit different depending on where you live. So anyways, thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Look for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.